Yo, what is going on, guys? Happy Sunday. It's currently 6:18 a.m. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'm an Apple Watch right here. Oh, let me see. 6:18 in the morning. And we're pretty much gonna review today. Um, my trades for the past week. I did take two positions and ended up losing all of the trades that I had for this week. So we're down about roughly 5% for the week. For the year, we're down 7%, 7 to 8%, I believe. But we'll go in and review my Notion template as well as the FX book and just go over the trades that I took, why I took them, why I lose them, or why did I lose them, or why I lost them, more I should say. Um, but yeah, I pretty much kind of want to make a review of my setups, my plays, and kind of just start documenting again my trade setups every single week as I incorporate and refine my trading system and refine my psychology and overall my strategy because I definitely want to make sure that I am improving in my trading journey. I know this year, many of us, for example, have probably been trading, but have probably not been as consistently profitable as usual. And that kind of just goes to show that it just depends on the quarter and season of your trading journey that you can really capitalize off of. Not every single quarter is going to be profitable. Not every single week is going to be profitable, but at the end of the year, at the end of a full year of trading, you should be profitable and have came on top. So, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you guys the two trades that I did lose pretty much. Um, Let me see. So, I'm going to share my screen. Cool. So, I'm not sure if you all can see my screen pretty much, um, but I should have my my video pinned here. So first things first, I do want to review my Notion template, in which I actually have on my other side of my laptop. But let me go ahead and pull it up here. Not sure why I don't have it all at once, man. But all right, guys, bear with me. All right, cool. So this is actually my Notion template. This is pretty much where I document every single trade, winner or loser. And overall, this is where I pretty much have everything documented in terms of my trading accounts, the type of trading setup. This is my trading journal pretty much. And have been making some updates and redefining my system for pretty much documenting my trading journey. I feel like something that's going to take it to the next level is continuing to make these videos, continuing to make these recaps on a weekly basis. Although I haven't been consistent, the goal is to be consistent and to continue to document my journey because at the end of the day, these videos are for me. These videos are for me to review, for me to look back at in the future, as I continue to scale my capital, scale my lot size, scale my risk size, scale overall my experience in this trading industry. So yeah, this is my actual uh P&L up for this year, specifically for this account. So as you can see, this year I'm actually down 7%, which I can say should be far less. I should be technically down 5%. This past trade, I actually did risk roughly 3% of my account, just because it was an A plus setup and I was willing to see where it would go. Overall, it did lose, but let's focus on this week. So this past week, let's focus on this month actually. So the month of April. The month of April, I basically only had taken four trades. I have taken overall one, two, three, six trades or six positions basically because I did risk 3% on one and I had three positions open. They're all losers. So this whole month actually, I am down 7%. Um, or actually no. Yep. Um, so yeah. So let me go back into it. So we have for this week specifically, for this week that we just had, I'll move this back. Oops. Sorry guys. Sorry to get used to it. Yeah. Just stick to the month. Whatever. So for GBP AUD, the very first trade at the beginning of the week, which was on the 15th, that I took last Monday. Overall we had a B plus setup. We were looking at longs. We were risking 1%. Overall, we lost 2% of the account because we decided to risk a little more than usual. As you can see, this is my confluence list that I had for the trade at the time. I had 85% plus setup. And these are markups that I usually have. But overall, enough of that. Let's focus on the task at hand. Let's focus on the actual trading. So my first trade, GBP AUD. GBP AUD, right? This was my analysis at the time. So to go short, weekly was bearish. So why was I looking at shorts, right? Why was I looking at shorts at the time? Overall, we had the weekly that was bearish. We had a rejection to the weekly area of interest. We had a rejection to the previous weekly structure point. We had also from there, we had a major level that we rejected as well that I did not include, but we did reject this major level of 1.9300 eventually. Um, at the time, I believe it wasn't rejecting the weekly area of interest. I mean, the weekly major level. But if you get onto the daily, at that time, if we go to review, oops, if we go to review the trade at the time, what was happening, this is what it looked like. All right. This is what it looked like at the time. We also had a rejection to the daily area of interest. As you can see, this is the daily area of interest. Daily area of interest, the weekly and the daily area of interest. We had a rejection to the daily previous structure point. And usually for me, once it rejects the weekly and the daily previous structure points, that's like a really good indication that price is going to reject off that specific structure and continue to head to the movement that I'm expecting it to go to. Just because usually trades move in steps, as you can see right around here. Where's my diggy? Look, we have lower high, lower low, comes back, it creates a step, continues to go down, come down, creates a step. And usually it goes like that. Of course, sometimes price can reverse and it doesn't always follow that, but the majority of the times it moves in steps. And that's like once it rejects those previous structure point levels, it's giving me the confidence enough to know that price is going to continue to scale down. Anyways, at this time, we also had, like I said, at that time, we didn't have the rejection to the major level of 1.9300, which, potentially could have happened. Um, as I can see, usually for me, whenever price is coming near the daily EMA, I usually wait for the price to come and reject the daily EMA. But in this case, from what I saw, I guess I wasn't waiting on that, which should have gave me confidence. Like we have a daily EMA and then we have the major level kind of together very close. So price can definitely come and reject off that zone, or at least wick in there, in which personally wasn't waiting. I wasn't patient enough for it to wait for it to happen. So I was like, you know what? On the 4 hour, um, as you can see, the 4 hour was bullish. So I was waiting for a potential 4 hour lower high because once the 4 hour goes bearish, then that's a confirmed lower high. At the time, is a potential. It could basically eventually be considered a lower high if it does go bearish, but at this very moment, it wasn't going bearish, so it was still bullish. So I was going off a potential lower high. And from there, I saw that price was actually rejection off this 4 hour zone. This was actually 4 hour structure before. As you can see, this is a support, and now was being used as resistance. So I saw price. So I saw price rejection off this level. So I was like, you know what? Let me wait for a low time frame shift here. And I also believe that I saw at the time a clean 4 hour head and shoulders. I believe it was left shoulder. Oh no, I think it was something else. Let me see. I think it was right here. No, wait. Let me double check. Maybe it was this one. Left head. Here we go. Once price comes there, I was waiting for price to pretty much now head to the downside. Once I had that head and shoulders or inverted head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really a fan of head and shoulders. I really personally don't really trade head and shoulders. That's just me. I've seen Alex do it a lot of times, but I still I personally am not as experienced in trading head and shoulders. So I was just kind of testing this one out. But anyways, once I got to this rejection of this 4 hour zone, I waited pretty much for the low time frame shift, and I had the low time frame shift on the 15 minute. As you can see, price did not create higher high, higher low here, so I had to wait pretty much for the low time frame shift to happen right around this area. I had to wait for it to happen right around this area. So I was waiting for it on the 15 minute and 30 minute actually. So where did it happen first? Let's see. Pretty much had to wait. So wait. There we go. Then we had the low time frame shift. Once we had the low time frame shift, I pretty much was gonna wait for the rejection of the low time frame shift zone. So come here. Um, so as you can see, we had the break of structure of the low time frame shift on the 15 minute. We most definitely had it. As you can see, boom. And of course, all we waited for was the rejection of the low time frame shift zone. Once we had the break of structure on the lower time frames, breaking close at least, then that's when we waited for an engulfing being printed around the area. As you can see on the 4 hour, we pretty much had 4 hour evening star break through it. So that kind of gave me the confidence of like price is going to pretty much come in and one reject this low time frame shift zone or probably push back a little further before it continues to fall back. Anyways, by the time that I saw that that broke the low time frame shift, I was like, you know what? Um, I see price coming back to this area. And for me, I was like, all right, um, we have price rejection this area twice, right? And I think this is where the um 4 hour clean head and shoulders that I was referring to at that time happened. So I was looking at something like maybe like this, I believe. No, where was it? Okay, maybe it was this one. I was looking at this. I was looking at this right here. Like I was looking for this to happen. And that's what it was. I was looking for this to happen. Um, I saw left shoulder, head, right shoulder ish, and I saw price pretty much potentially rejecting the zone and then continue to scale down. That's pretty much what I saw in my head. Um, so that's what I was referring to when I said I also had uh the third rejection of the 4 hour structure resistance, which is also clean head and shoulders. That's what I was referring to specifically, not earlier, but this is what I was referring to. Um, so yeah, so this was pretty much what I was looking at the time, and I was waiting for it to happen. So once I saw price here, I was like, you know what? Let me just enter market execution, and I entered market execution literally right here. For my stop loss, literally like 10 pips above. Yep, I had 20 pips, 20 pips, 10 pips above, and then from there, I was waiting for price just to come hit my target right around here. To get a solid 1 to 6 risk reward. So eventually, I entered, and I believe I did entered twice. So it does say I lost my first trade due to stop loss being tight. I entered the same position. So as you can see, if I go down to the maybe the 1 hour to have like a better view of what actually happened and see what happens. So we had boom, okay, okay. So I did get stop loss stopped out, I guess. And then from there, I did believe I entered the trade again. So I entered the trade again, in which I ended up losing the trade once more. So all that trade ended up being a loser. So that's pretty much why I lost. Right. The reason why I lost, or why I believe I did lose, because it wasn't ready. And also on top of that, um, I should have waited for price to come in and reject somewhere around here. Let me see. So around this area right about here. because I should have I should have known Price is going to be attracted to this major level along with the EMA. Like Price is always going to come and some sort of bounce it or hit it. Like whether it's near is always going to come around it. As you can see, look, it's going to come and either scale or be above it or below it, but it's going to come around it. And on top of that, we had the major level as well, which is kind of like two confluences against of my strategy. But overall, we did have an 85% setup. So I can't really complain about this specific trade. I lost the trade, and that's what it is. Can't really complain, man. Like, it just wasn't ready. And as you can see on the 4 hour, I can see why I did lose. Um, I was waiting for again a rejection play, but it didn't happen. And then on the weekly, let's see on the weekly, it looks like the weekly had the creation to the lower wick, the bottom wick first, and then scaled up to the top, and then closed in the middle. So potentially at this point, we may have an opportunity for this week because as you can see, this closes a doji and it created this long ass wick. And now potentially this can create another wick and head to the downside finally. But at the end of the day, man, like, I just have to be patient. I lost those two trades and it is what it is. Like for me, it's part of the game. I did eventually see a solid play, a valid play at the time that I took this trade. So I'm happy. I'm happy for it. I ended up taking it and I ended up losing it, and it's okay. So that's why I lost. Of course, you can't really always predict the market. You can't always be right. But at the end of the day, man, with more experience comes, that's all I need. I need more experience. I need more chart time in terms of practicing my strategy. Because yes, I've been trading for almost a year now. But you have to understand, bro, like if you're not looking at this thing every single day for a long period of time, you're not going to be in tune. And this is something that I learned not just with trading, but like with fitness and in life and your goals. You're gonna have this momentum play. You're gonna have this like phase in your life where like you're super locked in, like monk mode or whatever, right? Like you're locked into your goals, you're locked into your personal development, you're locked into your dreams and you're focused, or like you're laser focused. Like you're not distracted by nobody, you're not distracted by no outside circumstances. It's just you and your goals, right? And once you start realizing, like when you wake up and the first thing you do is just straight like focus on your goals, like it's like a routine, it becomes a habit, right? It's the same thing with trading. Like this is what happened to me last year when I was super profitable for two quarters, like consecutively. It was because I was in flow state, bro. I was like locked in on the market. I was always checking it. I was always focused on it. And, you know, I'm not at a point in my career where it's like, okay, I can just take time off and expect for me to just come back and just like have a winning streak. No, like I'm at a point right now where a lot of people can get comfortable and you can just say F it, like I'm just gonna trade whenever. And that's what's been going on with me lately. Like I'm like, all right, I get discouraged by the losses a little bit. So let me just come back another week, right? Instead of actually dialing in and actually following the strategy to the T, reviewing it to the T, staying consistent with my reviews, my analysis, and learning from them. Okay. And we're slowly getting back into flow state, man. It's mostly a decision that happens, but I just feel like it's something that a lot of traders or people go through. And you just have to understand, man. It's part of it's normal, bro. It's normal. That's why I'm not discouraged, bro. Like, honestly, I think what this week on that trade, I lost 2% basically, almost 2%. And then here I lost 3%. So that's basically like 5% total that I lost in 1 week. Um, and this whole month I pretty much almost down 7%. It's okay, bro. Like you gotta understand, you having a risk to reward of 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 8. You can make this back in one trade, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not bad. Like you can make this one trade and probably even make more back. But okay, I can say I definitely over leveraged this week for sure. Because usually I only trade one position, right? I only have like 1% per trade versus this one, I risked 2%, thinking it was going to go my way because I re-entered twice. Same thing with AUDJPY now. If I move on with AUDJPY and I show you guys why I lost the trade, we'll see. Let's see what happened. Why did I lose this trade? Why did I lose this trade? Well, first things first, we couldn't have predicted that price was going to create this massive wick, right? But at the time, we did have the rejection to the weekly area of interest. We had the rejection to the previous weekly structure point. We had most definitely the rejection to the major level of 9,900 or 99.000, whatever. Anyways, from there, we got on to the daily. I also had higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Rejection this weekly, this daily area of interest, continuing to reject the major level. Again, since it was floating right above the EMA, I was at the time I was like, okay, price can either do one of two things. Price can repeat this exact same thing that happened right here, right? Which is floating above the EMA, but still creating higher low and higher high. Or price is going to come back and reject this EMA. It's going to reject this EMA before it's going upwards, like in the past. So I was like, okay, it's going to do one of two things, and I'm willing to risk it. Anyways, from there, I saw price creating all those amazing things that I was looking at. And if I even look further into my Confluence list, because I'm not sure why I don't have it on my actual thing, I was looking for it earlier and it wasn't showing. Anyways, my Confluence list here, I had the rejecting daily structure point, and I don't think there was a rejection to the previous daily structure point because the previous daily structure point is this one. So we have higher high, higher low, higher high. This would technically be the previous structure point. So that was actually a mistake on my end. I counted this this daily structure point. I was counting this as the daily structure point when in reality it already had happened. I can't count something that happened in the past that's happening right now, right? That was my mistake. So technically this was a 80% trade setup if I was to take that away. But anyways, from there, also had what, two time frames in sync, which is honestly ideal for me. At the time, I also saw literally price being bearish. Okay, it was being bearish, but it was also creating this uptrend, bro. It was also creating this uptrend that I saw on MT5, which I ended up putting it here and added it here while I was at the gym. So at this point, it was like a potential 4 hour higher low. Why? Because the 4 hour is bearish and you can't have a higher low if the 4 hour is bearish. But it can become a higher low once the 4 hour goes bullish in this case. Right. So I was expecting at the time it was gonna do this, right? And it was gonna literally scale up. That's what I was waiting for. But at the time that I saw this, I think I was around, let me see, I think it was like right around here that I saw the play happen. This was what, let me double check. This is Sunday. So originally I saw the play out here, right? Like this was like my original entry signal, where I have the low time frame shift at the potential for our lower high, right? At the potential for our lower high, which is the 15-minute, right around this area here. Let me see. Yeah, so I had the low time frame shift right on the 15-minute, and then I had a low time frame shift on the 30-minute, in which I waited for the break of structure, and I had the engulfing on the 2 hour and 4 hour. So that was like my original entry, bro. That was my original entry. Right around here. All right, we had the 2 hour engulfing with the 4 hour as well, with the 4 hour engulfing morning star, whatever you want to call it. So I had that play there. The only reason why I didn't enter the trade because it was a Sunday, bro. It was a Sunday, 7 p.m. I wasn't looking at the charts. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't looking at the charts on a Sunday afternoon, bro. Like I wasn't doing none of that. So for me, I was like, all right, the next thing that can happen usually is coming back to retest or reject this low time frame shift zones that I usually draw. All right. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait price for it to come here. So once price came into this area again and started rejecting this low time frame shift zones, I was like, you know what? It's also rejecting the uptrend or trend line, whatever you want to call it. And so from there, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just enter the trade, bro. I'm gonna just enter the trade right around here, have my stop loss right below the trend line, right below the floor, higher low or lower high, which this was 14 pips, 13 pips, roughly 10 pips added to that. All right, so that's like a 10 pip stop loss breathing room, which also can be a little tight for sure, but whatever. Um, and then from there, I got into the trade and bam, it started going upwards. I was eventually up like what, 150, $180 at one of the times. And I was like, bro, we lit. So I actually ended up taking another trade once price came back into this area. So my first entry was here. Then I had another entry when it came back and rejected this area. Then I had another entry right around here, I believe. I think I had another entry right around here. Um, in which from there I was actually looking for price. Or it was one of these either. Yeah, I think it was the first entry here, the second entry right around here when it came back, and then another one once it scaled down a little further steeper down. And then from there, that's when I started getting into deep profit. And then from there, eventually hit stop loss. But for me, why did it lose the trade? Right. I always ask myself three questions, bro, that I like to answer for every single trade that I look at. Although I could do better, I'm always asking myself these questions. Did I follow my trading plan or did I deviate? Well, I followed my trading plan. I mean, I looked for the slow time frame shift along with the engulfing. And then from there, I was looking for a re-entry, which was going to be the rejection to the low time frame shift zone. So I did follow my trading plan. Um, did I have any trading errors? Of course, yes, I did, which was I added this confluence, which wasn't actually part of it technically. And then yeah, everything else was straight. So this is actually a solid play, which I did believe Price was going to head my way. Eventually didn't, but it's okay. This is a loser. I am happy with the results because I followed my trading plan, bro. If I would have just not had a confluence list, like there's been actually many times where I'm still looking back at it, man, and like I really was just trying to trade just to trade, I wasn't really prepared, in terms of the trades that I was taking. And you can see which ones I didn't actually prepare myself for. So if I look at this year, if I look at this year, bro, there's a few trades that I didn't have no great setup, no confluence list. Like for example, my first trade this year, Year USD, I had no confluence list in there. I didn't even know my risk to reward. I just was like, you know what, let me enter the trade. Um, AUDJPY, this one I don't even have a grade on it. And I ended up risking 1%. I don't have probably I may have markups on there. I'm not sure. But yep, I did have some markups, but I technically didn't really have like a confluence list. Like I took this trade, I was walking outside during a morning walk. Like you see that? Like that type of error I could have avoided. One, two, you have another one, three, four. You know what I'm saying? I could have avoided a full risk, 4%. So technically I would have been down 3% instead of seven. You see those type of things? Like, bro, like, and this is the comments that I like to make whenever I am trading. Um, like just to know, I'm gonna even add that on there, add a comment on there, took this trade while I was at the gym, which is that on there, just to have that note of what happened throughout that time. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much like my trading analysis and recap for this week. Um, now we're gonna go ahead and do a markups for next week, which is gonna happen later. But pretty much wanted to have this kind of recorded, and uploaded to make sure that I show specifically, you know, my mentality behind each trade, and what I was looking at. Of course, there were actually other positions that I should have looked at. I think AUDJPY, I wasn't really intending to go into trading. I was more so looking at TVPNZD, which ended up fucking working out. Like it ended up playing out, and I never took the trade, bro. Like, bro, AUD I think I also ended up playing out actually flipping, right? Confidence to go short. I had scenarios like, bro, I was supposed to enter right here, and I would have been in fucking profit. Like that's the type of things that I think psychologically. There was this part of this book that I read and Trading in the Zone that was talking about like when you intend to take trades, but you end up taking trades that you never really intended to take, right? Like you have everything marked up ready to go on your top three pairs, top four pairs, but you end up taking trades that you weren't originally really looking at. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened this week. Psychologically, I guess I wasn't 100% psychologically in the zone, although I did have my markups, took my time with it, and really determined a case study of what I was going to happen or what I was going to do. But it ended up not really playing out the way I did, or I ended up not taking the trade that I originally intended to take. And it's okay, bro. Like now we come back next week or this week and we make it back, bro. Like um last year, I believe quarter three, quarter four, or quarter two to quarter mid quarter three or the end of quarter three, I was super profitable, bro. So that's when the markets are at like really running, really making it happen for me at least. And yeah, I mean that's what happened trading at least these pairs. I do wish I was trading gold, bro. Like I miss trading gold, and that's something that I kind of wanted to switch over to futures. And I was thinking about switching over to futures just because um I see the way gold moves, bro. Gold moves so beautiful, bro. If I even show you guys specifically like my gold markups, bro, like I think it's like 90% accuracy, bro. Like every single trade I would take, bro, for the most part on gold would be bangers. Like, look at that play, bro. Like right around here, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's probably like a 1 to 10. A 1 to 18 risk to reward, bro. Like, you gotta understand, dude. Like, bro, I would be risking 47 pips to get like 800 pips, bro. This is so crazy to me, bro. Like, and this will play out, bro. This is the craziest thing, man. Like gold would play out, bro. If I look back further, I'm pretty sure I took other trades as well that hit bangers. Like last year, I can show you guys, bro. Let me go back to my Notion template. If matter of fact, I can show you guys because let's do last year, last 1 year, and let's do the account of Sway Markets. I can show you guys, bro. I can show you guys how crazy it was on Sway, bro. Unregulated broker, by the way. Unregulated. Of course, I'm gonna have, oops, might not have the information that I did on my current one, but it's okay, bro. All right, let's do add a filter and let's do trading pair. There you go. Yeah, this filter on there, bro. Damn. XAU. Can I not type? All right, bro. Bro, please, bro. Look at this. These trades with gold were fucking bangers. Like I will win all these trades, bro. Like I think it was 4%, 5, 7%, 10%. Bro, look at these risk rewards was crazy. This was like with a $1,000 account. This is like with a $1,000 account, by the way. Um, I just funded up $2,000 this year just because I slowly want to scale up. Like that's my plan to scale up on my trades. But yeah, man, like, bro, like you gotta understand, gold was hitting, bro. And this all happened during August, September, um, July. Like, bro, these were bangers. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. These were all mostly bangers. And of course, like some of the information, like winner outcome, like is actually not updated because I actually been developing my profit loss calendar since 2024, for 2024 since last year. So it's gonna look different, bro. It's not gonna show the same an analytical information that it will before. Like it will have the basic stuff like buy limit to entry. Like as you can see, like this is how I've been evolving for the most part. Like last year, bro, look how much I made, bro. I made 50% profits, bro. 50% gain just last year. Like, bro, that shit is insane. And I'm trying to get back into that specific, like, I'm not, yeah, this is definitely all these are not winners, by the way, just to let y'all know. But I'm trying to let y'all know, like, bruh, let me see. This is gonna be the real one. There we go. These are all which one's profits, some of them losses, you can see. And then calculate, let me see the calculate. What was my um percent? Let me see. Let me see if I can add count all unique values. Let me see, count empty. Let me see. Trying to find if I could add like a how do you call it? Like a percentage gains risk, like outcome percentage. You know what I'm saying? I guess I can't really do this, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, bro, like this just goes to show, bro, like man, like low key unregulated brokers are for the win. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap, bro. I kind of miss playing an unregulated broker because I could trade gold on there. And I did hear about Swaggy C talk about this unregulated broker. I think it was like forgot the name of it. Gold or something. I don't know. Well, he's trading gold on there, but yeah. Um, this is pretty much my journal for this year. And I just wanted to show you guys be transparent with it, bro. Like I saw my results last year. This year, down 7%. Bro, it's only quarter one, bro. We're going to quarter two. It's okay, bro. We're gonna get back into it, bro. We have a whole year rest up to trade, bro. I think we're in week 16 out of let me double check. We're on week 17 right now. Week 17 out of 52. We're not even halfway through. Like we have so much time to really focus and lock in. But for me, I'm gonna literally gotta hold myself accountable to start posting this content again, start posting this analysis in journal because this is super important for me, bro, for me to look at. But yeah, and I feel like something that I'm gonna include in my journal now that I'm thinking about it out loud, uh, is going to have to be, let me see, it's going to have to be like a link to like my analysis, like a link to my analysis, a link to my, let's see, yeah, probably like include a link to like my before and after, um, where there's like under my review, maybe include a link here, like my the iCloud Zoom call recording of the recap, or um do a little recap for or do like a before and after, like analysis before I take the trade and then after I take the trade. I feel like that'd be something cool to kind of have like a track record of it, like my life psychology of why I'm taking the trade. And then that way I can review that. But sometimes I'm not even on the charts when I take the trade. You know, sometimes I'm not on the charts. This kind of sucks because like I feel like I should have, you know, um more documentation on it. Like there should be no excuse for me not to like record when I'm taking the trade because I'm gonna be trading at 5 in the morning or maybe taking a trade 9 in the morning. I should be able to just hop on here and record. Sometimes I would just be honest, I get lazy trying to set up the camera and then having to record this and that. And I'm not even sure if it's gonna record my live reaction because the camera might not be set up right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe on here, um, I'll probably could have like another column. Let me see where I can probably add. If I do this, add this view, um, probably add like a new property right around here, bruh. I'm gonna be honest. Add a new property. Maybe add file in the media. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let me see. Recording. Right. Okay. And then from there, I could just include the link and add it straight to there, which that's pretty cool, guys. I might do that. Actually, I might do that. And I'm gonna have it right here included. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for me. As you can see, I'm still redefining not only my strategy, but redefining my trading journal and just trying to get better, bro. That's all it's about, bro. Like you have to get better. You have to want to get better. You have to want to improve your process, improve your system, bro. You have to want to improve, bro. It's not gonna happen by itself. Like People think this trading shit is easy, bro. People think this trading thing is really about like, oh, you just enter your money into MT5 and you make money, bro. No, bro. People not gonna understand. Like when you in the grind, bro, when you're really trying to lock in and focus on your goals, bro, like you have to understand people are not gonna understand you, bro. People are not gonna relate to you. People are not going to really feel what you go through in terms of a trader, in terms of you being a grinder, bro. Because this is what this is, bro. This is a grind, bro. It's just like the gym, right? Like you think you're not gonna see results, honestly, in the first 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks that fast. But over a time, when you're consistent, bro, that's when you start seeing results because consistency, discipline, and focus, bro, you become unstoppable. That's what I talk about every single day. That's why I go to the gym every day. And that becomes a habit. I crave to work out, same thing as it should happen with my trading thing. I should crave to trade. I should crave to become a better trader every single week, week by week. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I caught myself really, um, I would say, really caught myself trying to become a day trader. You know what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on a swing trader that made me so much money last year, bro. Like, what am I doing, bro? Like, you know, I shouldn't let people's thoughts about how I'm trading and what I'm doing focus and end up reflecting in my results. Because, bro, at the end of the day, I need to continue to do what end up working for me. Like trading, bro, it's all about a numbers game. It's all about probabilities. It's all about the long term game. Okay. And as I'm learning this and as I'm evolving into my mentorship more, I started getting more into mentorship, not only with trading, but like overall entrepreneurship and digital creation. Shout out Jose Zuniga. You understand who that is? You just understand, bro. I'm really taking this digital thing serious. In the next couple of weeks, you start seeing me creating more content and becoming a full-time digital creator as I've always dreamt of in the next year or so, or however long it takes. Because it's all about the long-term game. Like he talked about, bro. Like it's not gonna happen overnight. Passive income doesn't exist. This is not passive income, guys. If you think this is passive income, you fucking tripping. You have to understand this is not passive. This is mentally not draining, but it takes mental fortitude to really become a successful trader. And you really have to become, I would say, whatever it's called. Desensitized, whatever, however you say that word, bro. I'm just trying to figure out. You have to really become like emotionally unattached to the dollar amount, emotionally unattached to the outcome. And that's with everything in life, bro. We ain't gonna have no control over what really happens in life, what really the outcome's gonna be. You really have to just focus on the process, the day in, day out grind, putting in the time, and over time, you're gonna come out on top. All right. That's my mentality. Long term wins the game. Forget the 2, 3, 5 year run. Anybody can have a lucky year. Last year could have been lucky for me. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you're not really a pro until you're in this for a decade, bro. And you're in this for at least 5 years of consistent profitability, year to year, quarter to quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my mentality. And that's what I'm focused on. I have 3 winners, the rest are losers. Okay. So three out of let me see one percentage break. Look, that means I have 13% winning rate. 13% winning rate this year. It's okay. Bro, only down 7%. It's nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And by quarter three, or I would say by the end of this quarter, I actually want to have a 5K count. Um, but I'm not sure if I want to really fund this, continue to fund my regulated, or if I want to continue to maybe move over to futures, start trading gold specifically, and just focus on that one pair. But I don't want to focus on just one pair. I want to be able to focus on what have been making me money before, and just continue to develop my expertise on this market. But yeah, guys, that was my analysis. That was my recap of my 2 trades. And we're gonna go ahead and start setting up for the following week. Well, yeah, hope you have a great day. Um, Stay focused, guys. Stay focused on the end goal. This is not gonna be easy. I'll repeat it every single day. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be fucking worth it. All right. The grind, all right, for me, trading, digital creation, overall becoming the best version of yourself. That's what's going to really help me become the best version of me long term and live a life that I've always dreamed of. But yeah, guys, yeah, have a blessed one and catch y'all later in the next video. Let's get it.